Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I look naked, but I promise I have clothes. I'm Mama Muthoni, mommy to 1-year-old Muthoni, soon to be mommy of 2. I'm sure you can see my baby bump there, but I'll just show it off. We're really growing. Today I want to talk about my trying to conceive journey. What that was like, the challenges I had, and also as I tidy up Muthoni's room. I try and do this maybe once every month or let's say once every month, just to get things out and just to make sure everything is organized well. Most times the nanny does it, but once in a while I just try and do it the way I like to do it. So I'll just set you guys up as I do it, and we'll talk about my trying to conceive journey. So Muthoni has been in her own room since she was about 4 months, but I've never shared a wardrobe with her. She's always had her own wardrobe from birth, always had her own cot. She slept in a Moses basket the first few months, and then she used to have all her naps in her cot. I'll show you guys her cot soon. So how I try and organize her closet is I have these hangers that I use for the coats and sweaters, and then I try and put all the green hangers for sweaters, and then I put the pink ones for dresses and the orange ones as well. But of course now the nanny does Madogodani in the middle there, so I'm going to try and put them all together. Sorry, I'll give you guys my back as I try and do this. So I said I tried to conceive when Muthoni was around 9 months, because my vision was to have a child last year. That was what I wanted. I wanted to have a baby by the time Muthoni was about 1.5 years. Personal decision, I don't think I need to really explain that, but it's just because I want to finish giving birth. I just think it's too much work, and as in the whole thing of having a child, or rather carrying a pregnancy, having a child, raising that child the first 2 years, it's just so much work, and for very long to be done with it. Anyway, so I started trying to conceive in 2017, towards the end of 2017. And at that time, I thought it would be easy. When I was trying to conceive Muthoni, the only challenge I had was that I had not realized that I didn't have a 28-day cycle. Turns out after a few months of me trying to conceive using a 28-day cycle, that my cycle was actually 32 days. And on a bad month, I think there's 1 month when I was really stressed with work, when I was doing Kula Kula Festival, my cycle went up to 35 days. So not that I knew that, I thought that it would be very easy, because when I figured that out with Muthoni, it took me only about 2 months to conceive. So now this time I was getting everything right. My ovulation dates were correct, everything was fine. But I just was not getting pregnant. And we tried and I tried on my own. And after a few months, I realized I think I need to go see a doctor. So I went to my gyna, Dr. Wanyonyi at Aga Khan. Wanyonyi checked me out, did an ultrasound, of course asked me about my cycle and all that. And when we did an ultrasound, it turns out I had PCOS. Now in my head, PCOS is not a disease I'm supposed to be having, or a condition, or whatever it is that you want to call it. As in, how do I have PCOS? How was it not diagnosed the first time I was trying to get pregnant? Because I did go see a doctor the first time. Actually, no, I didn't see a doctor. I went for an ultrasound to just make sure my uterus was fine the first time when I was trying to conceive Muthoni, and everything seemed okay. So in my mind, I was like, how are you telling me I have PCOS? That doesn't make sense to me. That's not what I'm supposed to be having. And I didn't believe him, because to me, PCOS means that I skip a period. To me, PCOS means that I have fertility issues. And I didn't want to believe that. I think actually it really stressed me. On top of that, also I'd been told I have some other pelvic floor issues, which I'm going to discuss in another video. And I just did not want to reconcile to that fact. So I ended up going for, I think, 3 other reviews. One, I went to just a sonographer who told me that no, you don't have PCOS. And then I took the first ultrasound was at Aga Khan. And for another second ultrasound at Nairobi Hospital, the sonographer at Nairobi Hospital told me, no, you don't have PCOS. I took that one to another gyna. So the gyna looked at what is it called? She looked at the ultrasound and she was like, oh, this look polycystic. And I was like, really? I'm trying to come to you so that you tell me that I don't have PCOS. So how are you still telling me I have PCOS? Anyway, so I had to deal with that. And now dealing with that and coming to a point of acceptance was a bit hard for me, because, like I said, PCOS is not just something I should be having. as in, it was really hard. And imagining that now I have fertility issues and that I might need help to conceive my second born, and that I didn't have all these problems, or maybe I didn't know I had all these problems when I was conceiving my firstborn, and knowing how much other people have struggled and suffered with PCOS and tried to conceive for years, it was really such a tough time for me. And my husband was, I don't even know that to say supportive, because to him it wasn't a big deal. He just felt it's okay. God has reasons for everything. He's blessed us with our firstborn. If the secondborn doesn't come, it's okay. And whatever it is that God decides we're going to get our secondborn, it will be fine. And for me, I think at that point, I just wanted to wallow and cry and try and understand what this means for me and what this means for us. Anyway, after about 2 months now, the doctor decided to give me Clomid. So I took Clomid for one, what is it called? For one cycle. But it didn't work. I don't even think I ovulated that cycle. Let me just get you my ovulation kits. I show you what I was using. So these are the ovulation kits I was using. I don't even know which way to show you. I told you guys that the reason why I was tracking my ovulation was because I was trying to gender sway. I think it worked. Fingers crossed. I think I'll confirm for sure once the baby is here. So I was trying to gender sway, and of course with ovulation, with gender swaying, ovulation, and when you conceive plays a big role. So that's the biggest reason why I was using this. Anyway, so the month when I was given Clomid, my ovulation kit was positive during the day, and then at night it wasn't positive. And normally you are supposed to be positive at least for a day. So basically I feel like I didn't ovulate, and that really devastated me. I was like, oh my God, now I'm not having a baby. It was very many months later, and then here I am, I've been given medication, it's gotten even worse. What am I supposed to do with my life? As in, I was so stressed. And I think I've always been very empathetic of women who struggle with fertility issues, but I think actually going through it, in as much as I didn't go through it for years and years and years, I really feel that as a society we need to be a lot more empathetic, a lot more sympathetic, a lot more knowledgeable in issues and in matters that surround fertility, because sometimes we are so inconsiderate. Like I said, during my first time when I was trying to conceive, I don't know if I've told you guys this, one of my friends told me, so I was trying to conceive, my cycle was not regular, and then one of my friends told me, my ovaries are like this, waiting to fall. Really? Actually, that her ovaries are just like this, waiting to be fertilized. And that statement really hurt me, because it's like, yani, she couldn't empathize, or she couldn't understand how somebody could be struggling to conceive, and she'd never tried to conceive, and she didn't have a child. And anyway, I forgive her. I later told her and forgive her, but I just felt that it was a statement that just was not nice. So I think as a society we really need to watch what we say and watch how we say it, because you never know what struggle somebody is having. Anyway, so I was given the Clomid. It didn't work. It didn't help at all. So the next month I decided I'm not going to take that Clomid anymore. I'm not going to be on medication, and I decided to take yams. Again, I should have brought that. Let me bring it. I couldn't find it. Anyway, it's a wild yam powder that my sister-in-law brought for me from Uganda. And I just decided to use that for the month. And I told God, you know what? I'm tired. And if it's not happening this month, I'll take a break. I don't know for how long, and we'll see. And that month, I had the worst ovulation pains. I always get ovulation pains somewhere down here, near the ovaries, where the ovaries are. Whew. I've walked up the stairs. I'm Anyway, the pain that month was horrendous. Horrendous pain. And in my head, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to conceive twins. Oh my God, I'm going to conceive twins. Because I was also trying to conceive twins. Or rather, I was praying to conceive twins. yeah, so ovulation came. I had the worst diarrhea. I never diarrhea during ovulation. I always diarrhea when I'm having a period. I had the worst pain. And I told God, by the way, I think this is a sign. Bless me, the baby, bless my womb. You've had my prayer, and you know what my plans are for my life. If my plans and yours are in sync, let me conceive. I conceived. And I really thank God that it happened. I wish it had happened earlier, but you know, God always has plans and always knows why things happen and when they happen. But it was not an easy time for me. Let me just show you guys what I've done. So all the green is the sweaters and the coats. Then the pink and green is dresses. Pink, orange, and blue is dresses. This is the only top that we have here. Oh, sorry, no, this one and the jeans one. All the other tops, I'll show you where we keep them. I've also gotten a few dresses out. I'll just show you. Those are dresses that have become small. Sorry for the light, and some of them are too big, so I've just removed them just to make space because of the hangers. So as I was saying, about trying to conceive, I really want to send love and light to anybody out there who's struggling to conceive. I know and I understand, and some of you are rolling your eyes thinking, oh my God, she doesn't even know the half of it. But I know all of you can remember those first months when you were diagnosed with something, when you were told maybe you have endo and you can't conceive, or you've been told you have PCOS and it's going to be hard. And I know you remember how hard those first few months were. When you're going through the mourning, you know, the steps for, what is it called? There is 5 steps for grieving. So you mourn, you deny, you mourn. That's where I was. So now me, I denied. I went to many doctors. Then now I was told, okay, fine. So now I was at the point of mourning and crying and saying, God, no, I don't understand why. And as in, I don't even know how to give you guys hope, but I just pray for you, and I pray for your hearts, and I pray for your wombs, and I'm sending baby dust to anybody out there who's trying to conceive. God is hearing your cries. God is hearing your prayers. God knows what your desires are, and I trust and believe that He will answer your prayers soon. And as in, I don't even know what to say. I'm about to cry, remembering all how hard it was for me that time, but it shall be well. You will be well. So God bless you. I'll just show you a quick menu of where we put things. This is where we change her from. Her books, her teddies. I've had this teddy, I think, like 15 years. Then where I put her diapers, and then cotton wool and two small knickknacks. Her shoes, it's a big mess. I'm not about to touch that place there. This thing is falling apart. Her towels. So towels, blankets, her shawls, her sleeping clothes. Then here we have tights, panties, and at the bottom drawer, which I can't get to right now, has what are these things called? Ribbons for the hair and panties. And then there's this thing. Oh my God, I love it so much. I've not done what I want to do with it. This was my great-grandmother's kitchen chest. You know those things in shags where they put bread and blah, blah, blah. She passed away maybe 2002. I took this a few years ago and decided I was going to keep it for my baby. So when my baby came, Muthoni, this is what I have. This is where I put her tops and sweaters and trousers. So thank you for watching. Subscribe.